case taken care of at the next court date. So I can put it on a plea docket. It'll be
Yes.
taken care of. All right, we'll reset it to a plea docket.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You're free to go, ma'am. Thank you, you too. Good morning, sir. You're Clayton Friddle.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Friddle's cases in cause number 25 DCCR 0450, 0451, and 0452, all charged with official oppression. And Mr. Gertz, what is the announcement?
Judge, still working through these. I think we can have a real answer in 30 days. We can have 30 minutes.
Mr. Smith, any issues? This will be the last, looks like you filed your letter of rep at the end of April. So this will be the final reset. Make sure you get in to visit with Mr. Gertz before that next court date so that we know what we're going to take care of, how to take care of your cases. Okay? All right. Thank you. You're free to go. All right, you get that last. Good morning, sir. You're Dustin Knight. And so is this a re-indictment or is it two cases?
It's a re-indictment, Judge.
All right. Can
It
we
just changed the language. We've discussed it. It's
We're
the
agreed.
same charge.
Sure.
Just a
You can
cleaner
just,
change in the
if
language.
you don't mind getting that other one dismissed, now that it's been indicted, that'll clean up
Okay.
what I'm looking at as well. And sir, you're Dustin Knight, and Mr. Knight is charged with collision involving death. Case set for trial to begin with jury selection next Monday. Mr. Gertz and Ms. Malfino contacted me Friday. I know Mr. Gertz has two different things going on that seem to take precedence over this case, which is unfortunate because of the age of the case. Obviously, everybody knows that I'm ready to get it tried. I know that the complaining witnesses and victims' family are obviously ready to get this tried as well.
And
It has their,
spoken with them
have you?
about those issues, Judge. Yes.
Okay.
You know, they're very understanding. We talked through them when Mr. Gertz and I spoke as well. I have also filed, and I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, I'm glad
All
you,
this on
no,
the
please
record.
do.
I've also filed numerous documents in this case that was brought to my attention this morning. They did not go through the e-file. They've been e-filed, but they didn't process, I guess, because of the holidays.
Mhm.
I anticipate, I've shared what I filed with Mr.
Okay.
Gertz as well, and I anticipate there'll be more things for the court to address in signing those, but I don't foresee any reason we couldn't be ready for trial very shortly.
So, Mr. Gertz, has there been any change that you know of with regard to either of those? I know you've got a
Judge,
case
I would-
next door with Judge Stevens, and then also Judge Thomas has a
My answer is.
protective
I would
order,
believe
right?
He does, Judge.
protection. Okay.
I would love to tell you yes, but I can't.
Okay. So just so that because of the nature of this offense and the witnesses and everything, I'm going to go ahead and reset it today. And then we will get it set on the next available trial docket. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Gertz. If anything changes between now and then, y'all let me know. Obviously, I'll take a look at whatever comes through. And if there's something we need to do before the next court date, legally or whatever, then we'll take care of that as well.
I don't anticipate that, Judge. But
Okay.
with the court's permission, before Ms. Holmes sets it on a docket, would you mind if I reach out to the family just to check their schedule? Just kind of, I need to try to work around the kids, the young kids' spring break, and also the wife of the decedent
Sure.
is taking a full load at Lamar right now, and so she just asked me kind of to be cautious of the dates so that she can work around some stuff.
Yeah. So if you'll just make sure, we'll talk about it and get with Ashley on that. Okay. We'll take care of that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, you're free to go. Good morning, sir. You're Miguel Martinez. And this is 25 DCCR 0584. Mr. Martinez is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child. Mr. Gertz, what is the announcement?
Judge, we're still working through the discovery in this case. I don't know exactly when it was indicted, but this may be our first or second appearance, so.
Looks like you filed your letter of rep June 3rd. So,
It's longer than I thought.
yep. Any issue with the reset?
Nothing that we're aware of, Your Honor, so no problem with the research.
So we're getting close to that time on this one, so I'll do a reset. Mr. Martinez, make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Gertz so you guys can go over the case and we'll see if we get an announcement at the next court date, okay? You're free to go. We're
You want
here.
some background or?
Yeah, so, well, it looks like we're here on a motion for early termination.
Yes, Judge.
Let me look at this. So Mr. Rogers is on probation for two cases. In cause number 20-34772, on probation for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Was placed on a 10-year deferred, is that correct?
That's correct. Judge.
October 26th of 2020.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, oh, thank you. And then in cause number 20-34493 on probation for aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury, same thing, deferred probation for 10 years on probation, from the same date of October 26th of 2020, is the date of that probation, correct?
Correct, Judge.
And Mr. Gertz has filed motions in each of those cases for early termination.
Judge, I know typically this is something that you reach out to us in advance and just get our input on it. I just wanted it to be on the record due to the nature of the offense. I've spoken with his probation officer, and I don't believe she has any issue with an early termination. He
I don't-
also successfully completed Veterans Court and has done very well. I just was hesitant due to the nature of his offense.
So my issue with this, and I did get Ms. Malfino's response when I sent it to her, the judicial clemency part is my issue, based on the nature of the offenses.
It's deferred or is it straight?
It's deferred.
It's deferred, so judicial clemency wouldn't be, did I write judicial?
You
clemency?
did.
Oh, well, you don't need to grant judicial clemency because he doesn't have a conviction.
Right, that's what
And
I,
I think that was an issue I wanted.
yeah, I definitely did not.
I'm
I
sorry, so
definitely
that
do-
was just a holdover, I think, that I just didn't notice in our filing, so I apologize. So sometimes that comes up, but only with a conviction case, Judge, and these are
Right.
both deferreds. So judicial clemency shouldn't be an issue.
I did also, for the record, get a response from probation from Ms. Martinez, that states that pretty much what Ms. Malfino stated, that he successfully completed the veterans program, completed anger management, that he has done well. They just, due to the nature of the offenses, aren't going to make that recommendation and would defer to the court, but are not opposed to it. And that's the position of the state as well.
It is, Judge.
Then at this time, I will grant the motion for early termination of community supervision in each of those cases. I am going to mark through some of this, well, I'm going to mark through that, request, that the request came to be considered, and motion for, mark through that. So I just marked through the part that you talked about judicial clemency.
Okay, thank you,
And I
Judge.
have granted.
I apologize for that.
Nope, that's okay.
That's an oversight on my.
So, Mr. Rogers, it sounds like you've done great. You're what we want to see with everybody on probation. You've been on for a little over half of your probation period, so you're entitled to early termination if you've done certain things. This is the type of case where I'm glad to be able to say that you've done it all. And you, I'm signing the order today, so you will be off probation. All right? Good luck to you. Thank you. This is Ms. Malfino. Oh, she's right there. She's coming. It's all good. Good morning. You're Ryan Hodge. And Mr. Kimler, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
So waived.
And we're going on the full indictment, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Hodge, in cause number 24, DCCR 1167, you're charged with third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle from April 11th of 2024. Your indictment further alleges that you were previously convicted of burglary, a second-degree felony, May 12th of 2015 in Grady County, Oklahoma, and on that same date, also convicted of possession of a controlled substance in Grady County, Oklahoma. And then after those were final, you were convicted March 20th of 2018, also in Grady County, Oklahoma, of bribing an officer. And on that same date, convicted of a felon in possession of a firearm in Grady County. How do you plead to that charge? So how do you plead to the original charge that you're evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle? And are those prior convictions true? Did you enter your plea of guilty and true freely and voluntarily? And because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Kimler?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, is there a fine agreed to?
I marked a fine, I would look that up to the state.
500 is fine.
So it looks like the agreement that you've reached with the district attorney is for a 10-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? I want to make sure you understand that because you've entered a plea of true to all of those prior felony convictions, that this is a little different than a normal 10-year deferred. If you violate, your minimum punishment by law that I could give you if you violate this probation is 25 years, non-negotiable, because you've pled to it this way. If you violate, the minimum is 25. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you also understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
Without objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Hodge is not competent?
None that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty and true freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That will give me more information about you, your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. Do you have your discovery certification?
Yeah, it's-
Okay. Go
May
ahead.
I inquire if he
Yeah.
has a GPS judge? I know he resides in Oklahoma. I don't know if that would be something that,
Was it part of your bond that you have a GPS monitoring device?
Yes, they have.
So are you wearing that
Yeah,
now?
yeah, they have it.
Okay.
you have it on you right now.
No, they've taken it off, like, since prior. I had a problem with it, but I came down there, I've been checking in twice a week. They've changed the stipulation of it, but
So
they
it-
said as long as they change.
It might have been, so your bondsman had that condition on?